Public meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom. The house of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom hosted another round of the public meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. In these meetings, the Grand Jurist meets various groups of seminarians, clerics, religious scholars, activists, and the public groups of people. Discussions on Islamic jurisprudence and beliefs are also part of these meetings. Delegates from Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi attend funeral of late Grand Ayatollah Hakim. Some members of the Office of the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Shirazi in the holy city of Karbala took part in the funeral service of the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Hakim in the holy city of Najaf. This service was attended by senior scholars, representatives of Islamic religious authorities, seminarians, cultural and religious figures, and the general public. These delegates from the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala met with the family of the late scholar and expressed their heartfelt condolences on behalf of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Baraka Foundation prepares for upcoming Arbaeen pilgrimage. Baraka Cultural and Religious Foundation, affiliated with the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, runs series of programs to prepare for the upcoming Arbaeen pilgrimage. Attending conferences and seminars hosted by religious centers, welcoming Husseini Mawakib that are heading to the Mahmudiyya province from the south of Iraq, providing support to activists who serve the pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, facilitating the issuance of permits for the religious centers that serve pilgrims, hosting meetings with Iraqi tribal leaders in Baghdad, and meeting with the mayor of Mahmudiyya city to discuss further activities during this year's Arbaeen pilgrimage were among the activities of Baraka Foundation. It is worth noting that the Baraka Foundation also runs a series of programs to honor the Husseini rituals during the month of Muharram. These programs also included humanitarian projects in which the needy and low-income households received aid and assistance. Activities by AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center in al-Risafa district of Baghdad. AhlulBayt Islamic Thought Center, affiliated with the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, held series of ceremonies to commemorate the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, during the third 10 days of the month of Muharram. Furthermore, Sheikh Sajjad al-Tamimi, the director of this center, made visits to several religious centers and mawakib and met with their managers. In all these meetings, the discussions were focused on how to improve services to the pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, during the Arbaeen pilgrimage. Anwar al-Jawadain Institute continues to host young religious activists in Iraq. Anwar al-Jawadain Institute, affiliated with the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, hosted groups of young religious activists over the past few days. In recent days, this center also welcomed some clerics and religious figures from the Ansarul-Lutf community to discuss doctrinal, ethical, and juridical topics. In the end, the significance of the Arbaeen pilgrimage, in retrospect to the views of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in this regard, were emphasized. Hazrat Sharifa Institute holds Husseini commemorations in Baghdad, Iraq. Hazrat Sharifa Institute, affiliated with the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Baghdad, held a ceremony to commemorate the arrival of the month of Safar. This ceremony was attended by many cultural and religious activists, including the poet of AhlulBayt, Fakhr al-Miyahi, who recited an elegy about the master of martyrs, Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, and his loyal companions. Azizatul-Hussein community commemorates martyrdom of Lady Roqayah in Lebanon. Azizatul-Hussein community, affiliated with the Office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Beirut, Lebanon, held a ceremony and commemorated the martyrdom of Lady Roqayah, peace be upon her, as well as the anniversary of the arrival of the household of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, to the city of Sham. This ceremony was attended by public groups of believers and Sheikh Jalal Ma'ash, one of the representatives of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Sheikh Ali al-Himada was the main speaker of the event.